Okie dokie, what I've done so far, I've just taken the seat off and the side fairings, radiator cowling, taken them off. So I've also, this plate here, I'm taking this bolt off here, and then I leave them in it, so you can see it there, I've got it in there, I leave them there so I don't lose them, and there's one in here that I've taken off. It allows you to pull this out and get to these, because you do need to disconnect these and pull them through there, so that's what I did there, and I'm taking the other side off as well. I think this just pops off. I haven't tried to get this off yet, but I'm pretty sure that just pops off. Other photos I've seen. So we've got to, not sure I've got to take that off yet, but eventually I will, because I am probably going to be getting the tank that goes under here, so that this box will come out, the air filter box, and then I'll put the tank in there. They also say disconnect your battery, which I haven't done yet, which I will do. Right, so what I've got to do now is that I've got to take this front headlight off, which is, there's two bolts there, 1, 2, and there's one over this side. So I'll take that off and I'll see how we get on. Alright, okay, so I've got it off. As you can see, there's the connector. There's the connector there. You disconnect quite easily. Got 4 there, so you can see the wiring there. So that's what I'm talking about, the wiring, how I've got to wire it up to the other lights, because they've only got 2. So you've got here to be high beam, low beam, pass. I'm assuming the other wiring there must be for the little parking light there. Anyway, I love a little wiring diagram and try to work what goes out, what goes on there. So that's disconnected, and you see there's little prongs. So when you take the headlight off, when you undo those bolts I told you about, you pull it up, okay, and that's how it comes out. So you pull it upwards like that, and out she comes. Nice lightweight. All right, so that'll be packed away. What we've got to do now, see all this wiring, all this sort of stuff, that's all got to come off. So all your little zip ties, everywhere you see zip ties here, all this has got to come off. It's all got to be disconnected. All right, I'm going to, I don't know what that is. That's like a little sensor there, isn't it? It hasn't got a temperature gauge on it. Anyway, yeah, so all that's got to come off. I'm going to tape it, number it, so I know where it all goes. And then there's this plastic thing, this plastic here, that's got to come off as well. But saving you mucking around and taking all this off, a lot of the times what they do is they cut a little section out of here to pull the cabling through. Rad Garage, you can go to their website, they actually do a rally kit install, and you can actually watch that video, parts of it, or the first part of it, where they're actually taking the headlight off and taking this bracket off, okay? You can watch that, it's the same process, alright? So I'm going to start disconnecting things and labelling them, and then cut this and take that off. Okie dokie, I've got the backing plate off. You can see all the wiring, that's for all that stuff. The right handlebars, right side, and then we've got the left side, all the stuff over here, and the rest of the other shit. And it's ABS there. What I did, I've numbered everything, even though the plugs all go into this. Now they've got their own sort of own plug. So I've still labelled everything just in case. There's a few there that had nothing, so I don't know what they're for. Alright, so they'll just all plug back in again. They're all your idiot lights, that's what they are. ABS. So we'll muck around for all that. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely a little sensor, isn't it? There it is there. Look at that there. It's definitely a sensor. So they need to somehow go into that tower, nice and neat, somehow put it in there. So I know it looks a bit messy and untidy, but it's not too scary. So that's the cover that comes off. I had to cut a little bit of a slit there, you can see, just so I could open it up a bit better. It's there. But you've all got to do that. I mean, I'm not going to be putting this back on. Naturally, the indicators, they've got to come off, and they go into the new tower. So I might call it quits today. That might do me. A little bit of weight in that, not too much. So we'll have a look at connecting this tower now into here. They're little plugs, they've got to come out, they're just little rubber, sort of little rubber type of things, so hopefully I might be able to get pliers and then just pull them out. These ones here, And we'll go about tidying all this up and putting it in the tower. Now, right, guys, what I'm doing now, this bracket here that comes with the kit, I wasn't sure which way it went on, but then when you have a look at this here, you give you an idea. It goes on like that. Just match that. So you got the bigger hole there. See that? It would go on there like that. Actually, it goes on the inside. Goes in the inside there. So where that goes, where this goes now, or this and this, it goes into the headstock. So you can see I've got the bracket on here already. All right. You got these little plugs. You can see there, those little plugs, they're actually in there. Alright, so you've got to take them out. They actually are a little bit hard to get out what you think they are, because you can't get pliers on them, they slip off to pull them out. So all I did, I drilled a little hole in it. You can see that there. Just drilled a little hole. And then I just used my easy out type of device. That one's there. So when you screw them in, it actually goes the opposite way and it just pulled it straight out. Got it out and about, you know, quite easily. Alright, so you've got to take them out, and that's where the this attachment here will go onto the headstock here. Alright, so we'll give that a go. Well, I've put the cage on. I've actually attached it to the right, that, we don't lose that, but it's only all loose. It's just to fit it to see if it all matches up to it all, and it's all good. That's all I've done. I'm going to take it all off now. I've got all my wiring down through here. You can see it pokes in through here. It's a bit of a rat's nest at the moment, but they'll all get tidied up. I mean, you don't see it anyway, I suppose. You're all tidied up and connected. They're really tight, though. I don't think what else I'm going to do with them, but we'll tidy all them up. They're all going to be connected eventually. Now, I may have said before where I couldn't understand where these 4 bolts were. Like, I knew these 2 here, one here goes into the frame, but then I didn't realise now there's nothing here for these 2. So naturally, that's before I had a quicker look at the bracket there. I'll take it off and show you later on, but the bracket does have a thread in it, and that allows you to put these 2 bolts onto that bracket. Okay, which is good, because I was a bit worried about thinking these 2 here, 6mm, gee, you hold this up. I didn't think it was going to be enough, but that's what that is. Okay, and it's honestly, it's all pretty simple to put together. Like I said, the bracket just matches the shape of this, the brace here itself, so it was all pretty easy. But took me longer to put the cabling or the wiring through the bloody hole more than anything. So you can see now, that's where the 4 go, into there. Alright, I'll take the bracket off and show you the thread part, and there it is. There it is there. So all we've got to do now, and we've still got a lot of work to do, but what we've got to do now is find my headlight connector. It's in there somewhere. That's why I've marked it. Well, there it is there. Look at that. There's the headlight connector. I've got to cut that off. That connector, that's got to come off. Okay. And there's 4 wiring going to that. So I love the wire diagram. And that's got to then be wired into... I've got one here. Yeah, the straps here. See, that one's there. So there's going to be 2 of those, so they've got to be wired together, and basically wire solder to the headlight to here. So that'll be gone. Those wire onto the connectors, and then those connectors go to the lights, I think, until we have a better look. So there it is. We're almost getting there. Look at that. It's a pretty trick. Alrighty, catch up later.